Apple introduced new iPads, and the first of those to go on sale is the iPad Air, which is in stores and on virtual shelves. It is clear that there's a new champion of the large tablet market, and one that breathes new life into Apple's original slab-style game-changer. The design is the start of Apple's iPad Air refresh this time around. The 9.7 inches Apple tablet has had the same form factor for 2 generations now, and that one actually made the design worse. It got heavier, and it got thicker. iPad Air got 43% smaller bezel, a 20% thinner case, and making it 28% lighter, at just 1 pound. What's new with the Air is that it uses less than half the light-emitting diodes LED to illuminate the liquid crystal display LCD compared to the earlier generation iPad, allowing the battery size to be reduced. It's a difference that you feel, all numbers and measurements aside. The iPad Air is much more comfortable to hold than the iPad 4th Gen it replaces. This isn't strictly a one-handed device, but it's as close as you can get with a tablet that still has a gorgeous, expansive 9.7 inches Retina display. The screen on the iPad Air is a Retina display, which means that when viewed from a standard distance, the human eye shouldn't be able to make out individual pixels. The actual pixel density of that 2048 by 1536 9.7 inches display is 264 ppi, which is much less dense than the iPad mini, but you'd have a hard time telling the difference when you're actually using the thing. In short, both are excellent, and lead the market in terms of quality when you factor in color rendering, viewing angle and other visual attributes. Apple's iPad Air has some new powers compared to its predecessor. Chief among those is the new A7 64-bit processor, and the M7 motion coprocessor that goes along with that. This means that like its cousin the iPhone 5S, it's a forward-thinking device, but it also brings benefits right away, thanks in large part to Apple's own redesigned first-party applications. Cameras also get an update with the iPad Air, which is to be expected. The real gem here is the FaceTime HD camera that offers 1080 pixel video calling instead of 720 pixel on the last model, which does make a difference. It also has a new 5 megapixel shooter that gets bigger pixels on the sensor, which does lead to better photos. I feel no less ridiculous taking photos with a 9.7 inches tablet than I did before, however, but if that's the type of photography you go in for, you'll be better served with this device. The iPad Air may be a lightweight device physically, but it's a heavyweight when it comes to performance. Benchmarks tell only one side of the story, and the one that most users will be more interested in is around how the tablet works under normal, everyday usage conditions. Put simply, Apple's latest iPad source. And that's Apple iPad Air, which makes life lighter,